All right, real quick, I needed to add to the video because we're a little bit behind, and for the activity we're doing tomorrow, I want to make sure that you got the first 2 skills. Normally I would do all 5 or I think 6 in one vodcast. I'm just going to give you a preview of the first 2 so you have a clue as to what we're talking about when we're in class tomorrow. Don't roll your eyes, Brenda. It's only going to take like 3 minutes, so relax. All right. Just write the stuff down for these 2 skills just on maybe the back side of your brain notes that we just did. Just a couple things. It won't take very long. So just write the things down and then you'll understand them. All right. So first thing, we talked about the amygdala. We talked about the prefrontal cortex and how they basically fight. All right. You got the amygdala, the stupid part of our brain that's quick and dirty. And we got the prefrontal cortex, which is the logical thinking, decision-making part of the brain. And the prefrontal cortex has to stay engaged in order for us to think clearly when we're dealing with emotional crisis or anger, stress, whatever. All right. So these are the first 2 skills to keep that prefrontal cortex engaged. All right. So the first thing is skill number 1 is simply recognizing automatic negative thoughts. Recognize the ants in your brain. Automatic negative thoughts. They're going to happen. The amygdala is going to kick in. We have an emotional crisis. Boom. Amygdala is going to start. We have to recognize that's going to happen. And so by doing that, we can strategize as to how to handle those thoughts so they don't continue and turn into something bigger. All right. So the next skill that we're going to talk about is once those negative thoughts kick in, if we keep them going, then it's going to be like a ticking time bomb. All right. And if we let the bomb go too long, it's going to eventually explode. It's going to eventually go off. And so what we need to do is diffuse it. That's what we're going to do is diffuse it. So the next skill is what we call use a diffuser. All right. And what a diffuser is that they are strategies. They're things that we tell ourselves to re-engage the prefrontal cortex so that we calm down and we get the prefrontal cortex back involved in what's going on so that we don't do something stupid. All right, because that's what the amygdala wants us to do. All right, and that's what a diffuser is. It helps calm us down so that we can react better. All right, now here's some examples. You don't have to write all these down. These are just some examples I'm going to give you. We're going to talk about these in class. Things like, it's not the end of the world, it could be a lot worse, I need to stay calm, getting mad isn't going to help anything, I don't have to be perfect, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, all these kinds of things are things we can default to, and so that when we get those negative thoughts in our head, we can just calm down, engage the prefrontal cortex, lights went off, engage the prefrontal cortex so that we can react better. All right, we can keep our brain active, our human brain active, so that we can make the decisions that we need to make so that we don't do something stupid that we're going to wind up regretting later. All right, so that's all I got. Was 3 minutes and 10 seconds, I think, is what my little timer says. So that's it. You'll hear more of these and maybe a little bit more detail later, but I at least wanted to give you the preview. All right, I'm out of here. See you tomorrow.